Hey everybody, welcome to SDG, where we are gaming sorta decently. For the first ever video on the channel, we are going to play as Aranessa Saltspite in Total War Warhammer II, and I'm going to show you how to take Miragliano on turn 2. We're going to play as on very hard, so this should work in legendary campaigns if you're so inclined, although it's probably not a very wise move, but it is fun. So let's go ahead and jump right in.
Aranessa
Okay, we don't need this advisor guy. Just skip that. A couple opening windows, that's fine. So with this guy, I want to see if it's possible to grab the starting treasure and also still be in range to like jump to Miragliano next turn. So I want to position him like right on the edge of the province and then see if we can still get it.
I can taste the salt.
On the march, with the sea comes rot.
Yeah, whatever. Alright, so with her, first things first, we're going to raise dead at sea, which is nice. When that was bugged, we couldn't do that. You really couldn't do this strategy at all if when that was not functional. Then we're going to raise dead again. Doesn't really matter, just grab them all. Going to need everything we can. I always debate whether I want the lords or the ship carpenter, but I think I'm going to go with the lords. It's more useful, faster. Sorry, my mouse is acting up. It's being a pain. The fact that I can upgrade her ship is bad. That means she's not sieging the city, so grab that. Put a couple towers on there. Just don't need them, but whatever. And, oh, Sartosa. If I were going to play this whole campaign, I would fix this up, build growth, build money, and trash the barracks. Don't really need it. Those troops are fine, but don't need them. We'll raise dead for just about everything that we need in the beginning, or she'll build it on her ship. So, here we go. First turn. Oh, camera settings. Boy, would be nice if you could save this. Okay. All right, now this first battle is going to be key. So let's go ahead and get set up and we'll jump in there. I'm looking, the mortars probably aren't going to be an issue, but maybe the cavalry is something we're going to have to pay attention to. They're just pistoliers, not outriders, so I'm not too concerned with them, but I still don't want them buzzing around like mosquitoes and annoying my missile units. So I think those are really going to be the only issue. Take them out early if we can. We're going to want to make good use of our deck gunners. They're the longest range and they have shield breaking power, so they can do damage to shielded units, which is going to be key here. Also, we're going to want to get good efficient use out of our bloated corpses. They can take out quite a lot with one hit, and they're only really good for that, so let's not waste them. Terrain looks pretty basic. We'll have to see what it looks like when we actually get on the map. I don't remember off the top of my head. Okay. Or rock. I like rocks. Rocks are nice. They break up the enemy as they try to approach, so that's good. Alright, so I'm going to create a little front line here. Monsters in the middle and then trash infantry on either side. Just kind of block the space between the two rocks. I'm going to want to use this little hill that I have to maximum effect. And it's set up pretty nicely to be able to do that. So What we're going to want to do is have 2 gun rows. These rifles right behind our infantry, and then the deck gunners right behind that. But to do it, you can't have all your guns sitting at the top of the hill. Some of them are going to have to actually be on the slope, and so we're gonna adjust this formation here just a little bit. The dogs, I don't know what I want to do with them just yet. I'm gonna need them to like take out missile units and chase routing units, but I'm not sure the best way to position them yet. She's going to be useful to shore up the flank, make sure anything that comes in from the side kind of bunches up around her. So that's good. And then these guys are literally just trash. They'll be in the front. Might as well have them get some shots off. That's fine. These guys in reserve. And now we're going to fine-tune this position a little bit. I don't quite think all my guns can shoot in the setup that they're in. So I want to slide the group 1 there, the front line units, down a little bit, and we'll fix the positioning a little better. Just want to see if there's any other better hill, because the enemy's coming in kind of off center, but I think this is going to be fine. I'm going to want to rotate a little bit to face more the direction the enemy comes from. So there's a fine-tune rotation there using Control and Alt while you drag the formation. That'll rotate it just a little. Slide most of the melee units down into the flat part of the terrain. And you can actually kind of check to see how the line of sight adds up here. So if you get down close to ground level, you can see what the unit sees, or pretty close to it. You just want to make sure that they have good line of sight. Sorry, my mouse is really acting up, so I'm clearing some dust out of it. I promise this won't be a problem throughout.
Above deck.
So you can see here, these guys are kind of far back, and it looks like the hill slumps upward a little bit before it dips down again. So I want to go down to ground level here and look across and make sure that they can actually see down that hill. And you can see that they kind of can't. So we're going to slide them up just a little bit more. And then try again. See, that looks okay to me. They can see down into the ditch up there where the yellow line is. So that should work fine. All right, back to the scurvy dogs here. I need them to take out missile units, so I'm going to want them to go around the enemy. But they have Vanguard, which means I can forward deploy them, but not all the way into the trees, which is kind of a bummer. So my first thought is maybe with these round deployment zones, we might be able to actually deploy them behind the enemy. Yeah, in here. But the reinforcements are literally going to come from right there, so I don't want that. They're just going to get destroyed. But here, we can run straight into the trees. So I think we'll just put them right here and then make a beeline for those trees right there, and that should do fine. So here we go. Let's do it. We'll send these guys into the trees first. Reinforcements are still some distance away, so that's good. There they are coming in now. And this group, stupidly, is going to go ahead and attack instead of waiting for their reinforcements, which is fine by me because dealing with the enemy in waves is much better.
Get going!
So I'm gonna move her up because I don't think she's gonna be useful in the back. Now here they are breaking off some cavalry to come around on the flank. That's good for me. I'll just take some trash infantry and kind of clog up this flank so that the enemy has something to shoot at. And then I will just babysit the dogs here a little bit, make sure they're moving up. They're going to be tasked with taking out missile units. We'll see that materialize here in a bit. All right, so rifles, get ready to shoot the cavalry. Make sure these guys are out of the way of my guns, but in the way of theirs. And we'll open fire here. This will be perfect. Take those trash guys. She's not going to take much damage from that. She has, she's plenty tanky because those aren't armor piercing. So they'll do minimal damage to her. I was actually really shocked that they wasted their shots on her. So she's also got this wonderful ability, probably one of the strongest starting abilities in the game, this net. Use it on that third cavalry group right there, and they'll just get wrecked by the deck gunners, who are absolutely tearing them apart. And that pretty much does it for the enemy cavalry. They really underutilized them there. I think a charge would have been more annoying to me, getting them in onto my guns. All right, bloated corpses. We have a great opportunity here to take out some clustered infantry units, so we're going to do it. This guy here, going to take out 2 right there. Look at this. Oh, that's nasty. Same thing here. So that's 4 enemy units just deleted, which is great. First wave is pretty much done. Aranessa is a decent duelist, but I think she would lose to Leonardo here without gun support. So there we go. The guns are going to level the battlefield, level the playing field there. And I really want them to kill him. I really want them to kill him. I'm going to grab my deck gunners here and try to get them to hit him because they've got the range, but yeah, he's running. I kind of hope maybe he'll come back, but 500 HP is a lot, even for deck guns. And if they're going to miss, of course. So I don't see that happening. It'd be good if he comes back, but he won't. We'll have these guys focus their attention on the incoming wave. Yeah, he's shattered. I don't think it's going to be a problem. Alright. So these units are literally worthless, so having them just kind of there soaking up missile damage is perfect. Deck guns, I think their handgunners there are their highest DPS unit, so let's aim for that. Take out handgunners. Trying to find units that'll do damage to us, so that sword unit will actually do pretty reasonable damage to my front lines. And dogs. The missile units are still pretty close to the front line here, so I'm not quite ready to attack. But once this front line is engaged, definitely bring the dogs up, kill the missile units. Want to get them off me. Make sure to plug this hole so that that flanking unit can't make it up the hill. They're stopped. Go ahead and throw her into combat. She's a decent melee fighter, so I might as well use her. And we'll just try and take out some units there. Dogs, perfect. Everybody's engaged, so get in there. Honestly, you don't need to kill them all. In this kind of maneuver, just bringing them around to stop the missile units from firing will be enough. Here, I'm going to set up a flanking attack, bring the Sartosa pirates down to try and surround the enemy a little bit. And you see this, just chasing them around is fine. As long as they stop shooting, we'll figure out a way to kill them in time. But as it turns out, right here, these gunners are heading towards my Sartosa pirates, which is perfect. So we'll see if we can engage some of those missile units that are pinned down with my melee guys. My original plan for that was to hit the back of their infantry, but may not need to. The crossbowmen and the free company will get in there and do major damage. The other free company has sort of hilariously accidentally engaged those crossbows, so I'm taking the dogs over to get the gunners. And at this point, I'm going to leave them there and just let them rout the gunners. And then here, we're just going to shoot at whatever's in front of us. Those guys have a pretty clean shot at that. And these guys have a great shot at that little group right there. I didn't actually see them at first. So she can stay there and fight that. Pirates are doing good over here. That one's getting a little shot. Kind of want to do something about that. And since the guns are routing now, shattered, we will mix this up a bit. Try and relieve the pressure on my other Sartosa unit.
Free company! Yes, sir!
Have them get in there. I don't know why they're moving so slow. Alright, so this is pretty much done. At this point, what I'm looking for is trying to destroy as many of their units as I can. As many as the units that'll give me problems in the next fight. So, swordsmen, want to get rid of those. Missile units, want to get rid of those. If you win, you need to reduce the enemy to 10% or less of their total manpower to delete the unit. So I'm looking at like these crossbows right here. I need to get them down to 9 guys or fewer. 15, 14. You can see it counting down. There we go. That's 9. We'll do the same for the other group, but I didn't notice there's only one there, so that's kind of a waste of time. They're already gone. They haven't actually won the battle yet because the enemy artillery hasn't routed, so I'm just kind of using this time to chase units. The enemy artillery is way in the back. There they go. They've just routed. So we're just going to clean up some of these guys. And that'll be it. Alright, so you can see here we did some excellent damage to them. Wiped out most of their army. Took very little damage of our own. That's pretty good. I'm just looking at this screen here, and what's interesting is those spearmen, those 47 spearmen, should be 25. I totally chomped on some of them right before they routed, so that's annoying. We'll take the money because we're pirates. Of course, we want the money. Don't need no stinking replenishment. Alright. And then this here, I usually go for artillery. I mean, of course. Pirates always want artillery. The gunner is just within range, so that's good. And now that I know you can't get that treasure, don't even bother, just run him up there. So he's in the group. Route marcher, that's fine. Yep, one more unit. Whatever, that's fine. And we attack. We did not get our towers. Could wait one more turn and get the towers. I think in most situations that would be preferable. They definitely will protect your assault on the walls. But I mean, in this case, we're actually so much more powerful than them. I'm not even worried about it. We're going to wipe this. We're going to wipe this. So let's do it.
His daughter answers. The tides rise to battle.
Alright, so in a fight like this, our army is substantially bigger than his. So I'm actually going to, split up here and create kind of two teams. That's going to force him to also split up, which is really going to hurt him a lot more than it hurts me. So I have a gate team there, and over here we're going to hit the walls. My first thought is to have these guys just sort of blitz and run at the walls because they vanguard, but I remember them having some missile units left, so I'm thinking actually have the pirates stay behind the trash deckhand mobs, and then these guys can kind of just soak up some tower fire. That's fine. Yeah, we're ready to go. I think we'll have this group hit the gate. Gotta alt click it because of the gunnery white, otherwise they'll just stand there like a dunce. Okay, have the trash guys go ahead and move forward, and the pirates attack the wall. They have some units up here, spears, guns, and swords. At the moment, I'm not particularly expecting to win that engagement outright. Maybe, but I'm not sure. But I do think we'll at least hold them pretty evenly. And these dogs are going to get shot, so let's move them out of the way. Like these handgunners, the 76 handgunners, I don't care if they get shot. They're there to distract the towers. Okay. So those swordsmen aren't going to do anything. They're not even big enough to activate the tower, which, you know, AI, you could have activated both of those, but didn't. Okay. Mortar fire, I kind of forgot about that, and oof, they're actually doing damage with it, but I don't think it's going to be significant damage. And I also didn't expect the pirates to outrun the deckhand mob that substantially, but they did, so they actually ended up tanking the towers. It's supposed to be the other way around, but whatever. Going up the walls now. That's fine. Move them in a little closer. Holy cow. That was a marvelous mortar shot, which I'm pretty sure just clipped through the wall because whatever. Hopefully they don't just keep hitting us like that, because that was a good hit. I don't think they will. Good progress on the gate. That's fine. The mortar shells are now hitting the wall, so I'm not even worried about them anymore. It's just off screen there, but you can see them hitting the wall in the distance there.
Free company!
So now that we're up here, let's go ahead and grab these guns. Because they're going to be the squishiest target up there. Their mortars are actually hitting the wall, so probably doing more harm than good. Alright, we're through. So just have this whole group here take out the mortars. It's fine. Just get in there and take them out. The mortars won't put up any fight. This I'm going to use as kind of a trap. Those swordsmen are going to come down eventually. I want them to find this guy and enjoy his company. So we'll just sort of set him here, let them come down and say hi.
Our weapons are yours!
Now here, we're actually winning pretty handily, and this was a big surprise. Like I figured this would just sort of hang tight while I beat the town square and then came to reinforce, but nope, we're winning. I think their mortar fire did a lot of that. They actually are shelling their own units up there. You can actually see it right here. Take a nice hit. That's why we're winning this engagement. Oh, Lord. It's funny. So over here, I don't know what happened. The bloated corpse did not take out like anything, but apparently what I think happened is I had him standing right under the arch, and so like 1 or 2 swordsmen got to him before the rest of the unit actually came down, and so they set him off and he didn't damage the rest of the unit. So I think if I was going to set that trap again, or if you want to try doing something similar, move him farther away from the wall so that more of the melee unit has to come downstairs before they engage him. This is going just fine. Nobody's attacking that mortar, so it's still technically able to shoot. So we'll have Aranessa get over there and mess them up. I have to think about the swordsmen that are coming up behind me. They're not going to be enough to do any damage to this group I have in the town square, but I still want to address the fact that they're coming. So I have the gunnery white move over here and get ready to start shooting at them. Take a couple pot shots at the artillery while they run. And he doesn't. So, whatever. This little ability might be nice. Just hit the swords with it. Okay, that's good. Now, the enemy general is coming up behind us. You can see him over there. So Aranessa will be able to duel him, no problem. I just need to get her in a position to intercept. So that'll be fine. She'll fight these guys, and the crabs will deal with the swordsman. Everybody out there is still fine. And there it is. That's a win. Alrighty, that's it for this video. I hope you had fun. I enjoyed making it. Go ahead and subscribe, please. Like the video and share it if you enjoyed watching. Help grow the channel a little bit. If you have any suggestions for future content, want to see the rest of this campaign or anything else you'd like to see me do, just let me know in the comments and I'll get on it. I'm also going to launch a little bit of a disaster battle series based on Legend of Total War's series of the same name. So if you have a save game you want me to take a look at and try to salvage, I will do so. My email address will be on the channel and also in the comments. Thanks a bunch, guys. See you next time.